Hello. Today we're having our regularly scheduled CVC interviews, and today I'm here with Sue Tamovong with the MCC First Scholar students. We're here today to find out what that program is all about at Manchester Community College. I'm very happy to be here to talk with these students, especially because I am an MCC graduate, class of 1974. Sue, welcome to the beautiful historic Bolton and here at CVC.
Thank you so much for having us today. This is a beautiful space that you have. So my name is Suntali Tamovong, but everybody calls me Sue, and along with Amanda McTaggart, we are the program coordinators of Manchester Community College's First Scholars Learning Community. What started as a retention and transition program to help first-time college students fresh out of high school persist in their studies has evolved into the learning community that we have today. First Scholars combines students with similar interests and majors within cohorts within the larger learning community. During their first semester, we offer weekly college success seminars, as well as serving as dedicated academic advisors while providing a safe and judgment-free zone for our scholars to thrive on campus. Programming consists of job site visits, college tours, and service learning projects, and mentorship specific to students' majors to help them deepen their connection and commitment with their major and career path. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to one of our first scholars, Chastity Flores.
Hi,
Chastity.
I'm Chastity. I'm from Manchester. My major is radiography. And I don't plan on transferring anywhere. I plan on staying at MCC and completing the program there. And then after that, I hope to start a career at Hartford Hospital.
Very good.
Thank you. This is Luis Cruz.
Hi, my name is Luis Cruz. I am a music major at MCC, and I'm planning on transferring to Berklee College of Music.
Do you specialize in any particular instrument?
I do guitar, bass, piano, and I'm currently learning how to play drums.
Good.
Fantastic. This is Amy Joseph.
Hi, I'm Amy. I'm a liberal arts and science major. I'm from East Hartford, and I plan to transfer to UConn School of Nursing in the fall. I also would like to be a nurse at Hartford Hospital in the pediatric wing.
That's wonderful. Children will really appreciate that. And liberal arts, I found, was a very good way to start to go into any other major. Good luck.
Thank you.
And we have?
Last but not least, Marcus Jarrett.
Hello, my name is Marcus. I'm from Bloomfield, Connecticut. My major is also radiography, and I plan on continuing with the program at MCC, or I may transfer to UHart.
Very good. It's an ambitious school.
Yes.
Very good. So, now that you've introduced yourselves, what impact has the first program had on your student experience? Would you like to start?
So for me, first semester I became so stressed out to the point where I almost dropped out.
Oh.
And it wasn't until I consulted with Sue and Amanda myself, and I went to them and I told them my anxieties and my worries, that they taught me stress management and anxiety management, that I stayed and I made it through.
Good. What's it done for you?
For me, it actually helped me from transitioning from high school to college. So since I wasn't always a bright student at high school, it actually gave me the tools and the resources to help me become a better student and become a better worker in my classes.
Very good.
Being
Do you think it's helped you at all?
It has a lot. It has provided a lot of connections into the nursing field. Even during some galas, I have met some people who have been on the hospital board, and they've told me many things about like working in the hospital environment, and to call them later on when I reach that point in my career. So it has provided a lot of connections for me.
Good. How about you?
Well, for me, starting college, I was a little bit nervous. I was a good student in high school, but I knew that college would be a whole different type of level, and I didn't really know what to expect. But getting into this program, I was helped by my friends and also my mentors and my advisors, and they helped me to continue to gain self-confidence and reach my goals.
Oh, good. Very good. Have you been able to have any work experience in your chosen fields or any job shadowing? Have you been able to go out anywhere to see what it's like to, say, go be a nurse or to join a band or go into a hospital setting for radiography?
Unfortunately, I haven't had that opportunity yet, and that's what I'm trying to do here today. As a nursing student, I would love the opportunity to see what it would be like inside of a hospital. So it would further solidify like my decision on being a pediatric nurse and working with children and seeing how it would be in that field rather than just people telling me, oh, it's very difficult. I want to see it for myself.
It is be a good thing. You can always even try local convalescent homes to go in and work on the basics of routine patient care. See if you like it. Have you found anyone to help you out in the world?
Well, even though I haven't had the opportunity to work in the hospital in the radiography department, I've actually volunteered in different departments in the hospital for 4 years. So I think the hospital experience is a good place for me, and I'm happy that I was able to put myself in that situation and sort of get familiar with what happens at a hospital, but I'm hoping to discover more.
That's have you been able to do the same thing?
Well, so far what I've gotten, I'm doing the steps right now, is a job shadow at Hartford Hospital. So I was able to get that through my mentor. But I think for me, I would love to have more experiences available because I think it would help me, especially going into health careers where they look at how much you've been involved in a health environment. It would help me to be a better candidate for employer opportunities as well as a program candidate.
To continue what Amy said, not really for me though. I haven't really been able to be in the studio and to actually sit down and see exactly how the process is. So I'm hoping that from today, maybe I could get that chance so I could be able to know and understand exactly what the process is.
Do you folks you mentioned a mentor. Do you have mentors?
Yeah.
I know Sue and Amanda are kind of taking that role too, but out in your chosen areas, have you found someone to mentor you, to help shepherd you into something?
Yes, actually, Chassie and I have the same mentor. Her name is Susan. She welcomed us both with open arms, and I feel like we've gotten to know her not only on a personal level, but she's enlightened us with more information on radiography, and I think we're really blessed for that.
You are. That is good. How about you? Have you found a musician yet?
Actually, yeah, I did. His name is Tommy.
Yeah.
He's an MCC alumni also, and he also graduated from Berkeley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he actually he provides me the information and gives me some sense into what I'm going through. Since he's been through that, he's helping me with that, and he's also giving me some insights of what Berkeley offers as a musician itself too.
Great. And you've been able to find someone?
I was
hopefully?
fortunate enough to have two mentors. One is a nurse, Katie, and the other one who used to be a doctor. His name is Dr. Jason Gibson, and he was also my professor at MCC. They taught me a lot about the nursing field and how to study for it because I am horrible at studying. So they just taught me different techniques in order to get me where I needed to go.
Well, that's good. It's important to find mentors. If there's anybody out there that would like to help mentor any of these students, they seem to be taken care of. But I'm sure that Sue and Amanda can probably find a lot more students. Didn't you say you had 80-some students that are in this first program?
Every semester, so the semester starts in fall, and we have about 96 seats for students. So as the students come in, we put them into the specific cohorts and groups, and then from there, we try to pair each student with a professional mentor. So as the learning communities grow, we're hoping to expand the communities, because right now we only have 4. But as we continue, we would love to have a specific cohort for musicians, for art majors, and things like that.
Do you go out and find mentors, or would it help if somebody could
Absolutely.
come and call the college and ask for the first program to try to get somebody a hand up to get into the workforce.
Yeah. At this point, because the program is growing, Amanda and I have pulled a lot of our personal resources to have professionals and young adults that we know that are in the field to come and give back to the community. It's really important for MCC alum to see what we're doing here and to have them come back to campus to provide these supports and programming for our students.
Great, great. How important do you think this mentoring, job shadowing program, can you see the benefits yet? I don't know how long it's been.
Well, personally for me, I definitely see the benefits. I believe that having somebody who's already excelled and experienced in the field you're trying to go to they help guide you, and you get to be more hands-on and familiar with what you have to do. They'll answer any questions that you have. So I think that is really helpful.
Good.
It's really a comfort thing because when I first met my mentors, it was kind of like we just clicked together.
Great.
Because I knew that they had to be at where I was at some point to get to where they were. So it was just.
We all were.
Yeah. And it was just, they were just helping me. And I just took that to heart. And I went to them for anything. So it's just that comfort.
What about you folks?
I personally think it's extremely beneficial to the point that if you're looking for another support system, they're your support system. If you're looking for that connection that will get you another connection to a workplace or a mentor or something like that, they're the person that you go to. And if you need help with stuff, they're right there leading you every step of the way.
I think it's very important because the mentors, they provide you with information to help you grow, not only as a student, but also on the field that you really want to go to. So they guide you, they give you like a guideline, they give you the tools and the resources to help you become the person that you want to be right after you graduate from the school or the transferring school that you want to go to.
Good. Before we take a break, I do want to mention to folks out in the viewing area, CVC has a fundraising drive to try to make it so that we have HD equipment, studio equipment, everything that needs to make it so that all you folks that have bought HD TVs can really see a higher quality program. But we need $20,000. We're about 20% of the way in, so they're roughly at $5,000. If you can see your way to making a small contribution to help CVC, we'd really appreciate it. And we'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to CVC Interviews. I'm here today with the first scholars students from my alma mater, Manchester Community College. And so you folks have been working with mentors. You've done a lot of interesting things, learning how to become more familiar with your majors. So tell me a little something about what's your favorite first scholars moment? What's something you had fun with?
So my favorite first scholars moment was actually a gala that we attended. Ooh. And that night just kind of really showed me how we all come together to support one another no matter what it is. And that night we just danced the night away and had fun, and it's really the night that, to me, we all became a family instead of just acquaintances.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'm gonna agree with Chastity. That was actually the night where I got to know more of the students that I didn't know were in the cohort, and plus it showed me another side of me that I've also never learned that I like to dance now.
Who doesn't like to dance? Well, there are people that don't, but is there anything else did you go to that too?
I did go to that, but my favorite moment would have to be in class with my professor, David Caldwell. He was our English professor, and he was extremely enthusiastic about the material, so it rubbed off on us, and it just got us more engaged.
Good, good.
For me, I would have to say the mentors luncheon. That was the day where we all got to meet our mentors. And with my mentor, Susan, we just clicked like that. So I really appreciate Amanda and Sue for pulling that together.
Did you meet, the luncheon was where you first met your mentor?
Yes.
Yep.
Really? Wow. That's an interesting way to do it.
It was a beautiful process because, you know, we feed the students and then we also feed their education process as well. So then it's a very down-to-earth, you know, meeting.
Yeah.
It's not intimidating. You meet somebody where they are and then they help you become better students and better individuals.
Was the gala like a formal dance or an informal dance?
So
or-
I volunteer with a nonprofit group, the Asian Pacific American Affairs Coalition. And this past May, we had a grant to work and connect with diverse communities. So because we had this beautiful community of students, I offered them this opportunity. So they got to attend, but I also made them work. So they got to see, you know, what it's like to put on an event, registration, you know, the guest speakers and the keynote address, and then a really fancy dinner. I wasn't probably 25 until I sat down to a 4-course meal. So, you know, that was an opportunity that, you know, I was really pleased to be able to present to the students.
Was this meal done by the culinary students at MCC by any chance?
Unfortunately not.
No.
We, the gala was held in Cromwell.
Oh, okay.
So it was in a hotel, in a ballroom. So they got to see an Asian Pacific American diversity. So we were celebrating diversity, and we were also celebrating Asian Pacific Americans in higher education. So they got to hear Dr. Kathy Schlen-Biles, the director of the Asian American Studies Institute, give her keynote. And it was one of those things where it's like my undergrad pulled into their current experience. So I was really excited.
That's neat. Wow. Sounds like a fun program to be involved with. There's a lot more than just meeting your mentors, going to class.
It really is.
It sounds like a really great way to do it. Wish I could do things over. So have you folks been on any college visits yet? Have you been to any campuses or gone online to look to see colleges that offer an advanced a bachelor's degree in the fields that you've chosen to go into?
Well, I haven't actually been to a college that offers my specific major. I did go to CCSU, and that was the one that I enjoyed most just because it was a student that was so enthusiastic about introducing another student to their environment and their college that it made me like happy to be a college student.
My other alma mater. So I got my bachelor's. What about you?
So for the college I actually got to visit to was University of Hartford.
Art School of Music?
Yep.
There you
It's
go.
one of the schools I've been interested in and wanted to go to ever since I first heard about it.
Yeah.
And when I actually got to go there, it got me more sense about what their curriculum offers for my major. So if I probably won't make it to Berkeley, then I could take that as my second opportunity.
Not a bad second choice.
And there are great scholarships for
great.
Hartford residents.
Yep, that too.
There you go. Have you been anywhere?
Yeah, I would have to say my favorite college visit would be UConn. My mentor, Professor Jason Gibson, he works there in the lab. So on top of seeing how beautiful the campus was, I also got a chance to see inside of the science laboratory and see what he actually did there for his job. And it was pretty amazing to get a chance to get a little sneak peek of that.
Good. Very good.
Well, I haven't actually been on any college visits with this group. I went like a couple years ago, but I plan on going on more in the
And
future.
your major again, you want to go into radiology as well?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too tough to find a good college. Now, you're all first scholars, and that means that they're the first in their families to attend college.
Yes.
And
So that was a part of the program requirements. It was either your first time in college, and then a lot of emphasis was put on first in your family to go to college. We tried to provide the supports that you wouldn't necessarily get as a first genner. So this is a population that's very near and dear to me because I myself am a first gen college student. I muddled my way through my freshman and sophomore year, so I always use that as an example for these scholars that, you know, it's okay to mess up, but the point is to work hard, ask the question, and then go to the resources that are available to you.
It never hurt. There's never a bad question, never a wrong question. Always try to find out what's available. And it sounds like the four of you, and hopefully the rest of your first scholar students have done the same thing. Because I know from personal experience, there's things I missed because I didn't know to ask,
Yeah.
and it can make a difference.
Yeah. So within our weekly college success seminars, we run the gamut of study skills, how to talk to your instructor, time management, and things like that. So it's a good way to start the conversation.
None of that existed when I went to college. Not a bit of it. We just hoped for what we learned in high school to carry us through in studying. And the one thing I did find when I took statistics was if you have problems with a class, go get extra help.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you probably already all do that anyway. You probably encourage that.
We encourage the Academic Support Center and tutoring. The way we explain it to the students is we as an institution are not doing our job if we don't provide academic tutoring, because we know the content gets harder, the curriculum is stacked, and that students need the opportunity to be able to learn different pathways. The instructor may not have a style that works for the student, but the tutors can come in and give them a different methodology.
Students that have shown that there's a bit of a deficiency in, say, math or in language skills. Is that something
Yes.
that you're providing help with that?
We do have seminars for writing success and math success. So it's the gatekeepers in the program are your math and your English, and that is what prevents a lot of students from moving forward if they can't see why they need to get through composition and things like that.
Right.
So we encourage them to try, because nobody wants to repeat a course, especially when they didn't do too well the first time. So then it turns into, how can we make sure that you do it right the first time?
I had to repeat biology twice. Biology. What how hard can it be? But
And then you sit in
yeah.
the class, and then your eyes
do
open
it again.
wide.
Then do it again. Okay. But yeah, always go for help. That's the class I didn't do that in, and should have. Take a lesson from an old man. Let's see. We've got. Why would you recommend students transitioning from? For younger friends or siblings that are in high school, would you recommend this? Do you think this would be really valuable for them to do?
Of course. I think it's a really amazing program, and I don't just say that because I'm in it. I say it because they really provide the support system you need, as I said before, and it's an easier transition from high school to college itself. It's something that tells you about the resources that you're not going to know about when you first walk in through those doors, and it's something that will help you step by step instead of just throwing you in and letting you figure it out for yourself.
I agree with Chastity 100% because especially as a first-time student, since you don't really know exactly what the process is to create the schedules or what classes to be taking, the First Scholars Program helps you with that. So then when it's your second time, you're going to be able to understand and be more fluent and actually go and become the student.
Most definitely. It's not just a program. I think it's more of building blocks to the rest of your life, because even if Sue and Amanda, I see them every day, it's not just for the time that I'm here, it's for the rest of my life. It's forever.
And I definitely agree with Amy. You build a strong personal relationship with your advisors as well as the other people that are in the program. And it's just overall a step-by-step process on how to do better in college and how to keep striving for the best so you can be successful in life.
Great, yeah.
I feel like such a proud mama bear.
Well, you should. This is a wonderful approach. I wish a lot of this had existed when I went to college, although I do have to say that my favorite history professor, I'm still friends with her after 43 years.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
44 years. And we still do things together. We're on a board of historic preservation here in Connecticut together. So hopefully you can maintain some good relationships with your professors, and the friends that you have in college, that you make in college, will be your friends most likely for the rest of your lives, unless you move to Hong Kong or whatever. But if you stay in this area, chances are they'll be your best friend. I just heard from one of my 3 best friends from MCC today.
Wow.
It'll stay with you. And how do you like doing this program? What's your background? How did you get involved in this kind of a thing?
So I fell into higher education by accident.
Oops.
I am a licensed master social worker. So, but I'm a weird social worker. I do policy practice. So this falls in line with program management and building programs to help communities underserved, underprivileged, and it's really rewarding to work with students. It's very stressful at times, a little trying, but at the same time, we invest as much as the students invest in themselves. So it's really easy to go that extra mile once you see the student trying and they're starting to flourish. So I get what I joke with Amanda, I get the easy part of working with students.
Yep.
Amanda does more of the academic side, working with the instructors, and then we come together as a team to not only focus on academics, but also the social aspects, how to communicate with each other, interpersonal, life skills that will transfer from college into their careers and hopefully for the rest of their lives.
Do you see this program developing into something more? Do you have plans for something else, or to turn this into First Scholars 2.0?
Absolutely. So the program originally started in 2013. And so it's relatively new, and every year it gets bigger. We do a lot of feedback with students to say, what did you like about the program? How could it be improved? And so one of the big reasons why we're here today is a plea for help. So it's as you've already heard, these students benefit from having mentorship, job shadowing sites, internships, and things of that. So, we are looking to build a network of internship opportunities, career mentors, guest lecturers, anything to support the student experience. So, alumni or just community partners or just people that want to give back, your feedback and the involvement is very important.
That's great. So you heard it here first. Any MCC alumni, any of my fellow Cougars out there, if you want to help these folks and anyone coming after them to be a mentor, contact the college. And I hope everybody out in the CVC land can make a donation to help make the CVC studios HD compliant, if that's the right term. I don't think it is, but they need to improve their studio. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you on the next CVC interviews. Bye-bye.